Tickets are on sale now for our 20th anniversary Back to the 80s and 90s WrestleFest Birthday Bash, Saturday, November the 13th at Memorial Hall in Melrose, Massachusetts.
Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, welcome to another installment of MWF Extra. Dan Mirade, John Cena seeing you here as we continue to count down to the big one, Johnny. Saturday night, November the 13th, from the historic Memorial Hall in Melrose, Massachusetts. MWF's 20th anniversary bash. It is going to be a happening as we go back to the 90s. I know you're going to enjoy yourself there, live and in person. I know for the fans in attendance, they're going to have a chance to get some of the goods, baby.
Going to have Fabo Pop, and I just came out with a brand new hot sauce, and who knows, if it goes right, I might bring some of those hand-rolled Fabo cigars.
I don't know, are they legal in this state?
Absolutely.
All right, well.
Hand-rolled for me.
You don't need any more issues with Pigott. But... All right, wrestling fans. John Cena Sr. Made a blockbuster announcement recently. He is not happy with the uprising faction, so he decided to take a deep dive into the paperwork that we have on hand at MWF headquarters. And, you know, Cam Zagami, maybe, I don't know if he's a man on the run or if he's a man that's going to be targeting you. After the accusations that you made. And I guess maybe that's the best way to put it. You made accusations.
No. I didn't make any accusations. Mr. Marty.
Yes.
David Reese, fans, Cam Zagami, I noted facts. Facts. No accusations. If you don't like facts, then you don't like me.
Well, as some fans noted online, you made it sound like the Cam was a fake and a fraud.
He is. There's no question about it.
But you have proof.
I've already proved that.
How have you proved
I've already proved that to a point. The point I've proved by my investigation, by my research, by the people I paid to do it, is how do you do it on $300 a week?
Well,
how do you do that, Dan?
I mean, have you spoken to the people on Fox TV to verify that that was the stipend given to them?
You might say I had an inside track.
Well, I think that might be safe to say on that program. Well, you know, Johnny, where you've wanted to spicing things up a little bit for our anniversary extravaganza, I have come up with an idea to shake up our anniversary extravaganza. I know the fans want an experience they are never going to forget. Being able to, before the event even begins, the VIP exclusive Q&A session, the autographs, the posed photos, the white hot in-ring action that you and I are trying to put together. I think to make sure that everything runs as smoothly as possible, I've come up with what I think is a pretty good idea too. Since President Reese has asked for you and I to, again, try and present the best of the best, the creme de la creme for all of the great fans here in the Boston area.
Let's hear it.
I think to ensure that we have the best event possible, that your old pal Pocahontas remains home on the teepee, that the MWF Southern Champion Dylan Kage stays down in North Carolina, that he is prohibited from being at Memorial Hall, maybe even served a trespass notice for November 13th.
No.
Well, I already push the paperwork through.
You push whatever you want through. I'll tell you what, if Cage doesn't show, I don't show.
What?
Dylan Kage is an important part.
Oh, he's real important to you.
He's an important part. He is the Southern Heavyweight Champion. Dylan, regardless of sometimes the bolts don't rattle in the can, the bubbles off center, maybe a few cards missing out of the deck, has proven to be a very, very valuable asset and an outstanding athlete. I'm telling you right now, Dylan Kage needs to be there.
Well, I don't think Dylan Kage is going to be there. He's not wanted there. He's not needed there. He's a scumbag. He's done nothing but cause needless harm towards many individuals, and I think the show is better off without him.
Well,
granted, he has a great history within the organization, but ...
You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. It's me. I'll use my money to bring him up. And I'll talk to David Reese, Dr. David Reese, and explain to him how valuable Dylan Kage is to the Millennium Wrestling Federation, to the show November 13th. It will be something that the fans have never seen, believe me. And you know what? Don't call him Pocahontas. First of all, that's a derogatory mark to the American Indians of this country. He's a young chieftain, a young man who's capable.
He's a young what?
A young chieftain.
What is a chieftain?
A chief of a tribe. He's strong.
He's the chief
He's a
of a
leader.
tribe?
Is he not the Southern Heavyweight Champion?
He couldn't lead someone to the bathroom, and you're going to call him a chieftain?
Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wow. What disdain do you have for this young man?
You know I have a lot of disdain for this young man. And he has a lot of disdain for you, which is why this surprises me.
You know what? Disdain, disdain, disdain. Let's get rid of disdain and let's clean the slate. Let's bring him up. The past is the past. Let's see what Dylan Cage has to offer.
I am surprised that you are so against this, considering the threats that he's made and the remarks that he's made about you, that you basically abandoned all of the people in North Carolina once there was no more money to be made off of them. You got in the Fabo helicopter and left North Carolina after that area was decimated after 2 storms, and they really weren't. There really wasn't the market for live pro wrestling. And you want him around. He could scalp you like it's the right after the first Thanksgiving.
Well, I'm going to tell you something.
Tell me, brother.
Bygones be bygones. You know what?
He's out of his mind.
Hold on.
You're going to say bygones be bygones?
I'm looking at some of the roster that you've got. You've got a couple of screwballs on there. Why not throw one more nut in the can? At least someone who I know, whose attitude I know he's a bubble off center. Why not deal with him? Why not let this be November 13th, the 20th anniversary? Why not put the best we have out there? And Dylan Cage is one of the best.
Johnny, what I'm trying to say is that he has violently threatened you.
JBL violently threatened me. You violently threatened me.
Never.
Slick, what do you mean never? You threw a box at me in the back. You tried to swipe me with your cane. You threatened several times when I did interviews in a separate studio. You'd like nothing better than to come down to that studio and kick my ass.
The statute of limitations is expired.
No, not with my attorneys.
All right.
Believe me, I've got the best. And if I've got to use them to get Dylan Cage here, I will. I'll find a way to bring Dylan Cage.
The last time we saw this lunatic, pre-coronavirus, he was producing videos that he was sending to the studio that David Reese wanted us to air that had the satanic symbol in them. This is someone you want around.
Well, let me ask you a question. If you could have...
What are we talking, religious freedom?
What's that?
Are we talking about religious freedom?
Well, you have a freedom of choice. You have freedom of religion. How about if Bray Wyatt wanted to come? With his little symbols.
I would welcome Bray Wyatt.
With his symbols.
I've never seen him with a satanic goat skull before.
Whoa. You know what? I think you need to sit back, take a deep breath. I remember when I was choked out in my car by Dylan Cage. I remember when he threatened to find me, kill me. I remember all that stuff. But you know what? Let's put it all behind us. We're grown people. It's the 20th anniversary. You want to blow the roof off of Memorial Hall, I think this is one way to do it. I say, let's get Dylan Cage. I am not in favor of not having Dylan Cage on the roster or on that show.
I look at it like this, Johnny. Southern Heavyweight Championship. This isn't the South. This is north of the Mason-Dixon line. Keep him down there.
So why don't we make it a North versus South title match? Why don't we put something on the line? If the guy up here wins, it's no longer the Southern Heavyweight Championship. It's turned to the Northern Heavyweight Championship. I don't care how you do it. Do not leave Dylan Cage out of this. This is an extravaganza. Regardless of how the marbles roll, regardless of what's in that tin can, Dylan Cage is an outstanding athlete. You cannot, for 1 minute, hey, let me put it to you. I'm going to put it to you this way. How about we do this? If he was such a nutcase, if he was such a screwball, why did Percy Pringle, Paul Bearer, Bill Moody, God rest his soul, brother, manage him down south. Why?
Why did Paul Bearer wind up abandoning him? Why did Paul Bearer oust him? Why did Paul Bearer attempt to try and do what I'd like to do right now before he passed away?
I don't know. You tell me why. I don't know why.
Because he realized what vile scum that he is.
Then there were two vile scums there.
Who were the two?
Well, if you got a guy managing him, you must know what's in the package.
You?
Oh, come on
You
now.
were his buddy that went down to North Carolina.
It was
with him.
a business investment.
It was a business
You're going to
investment,
bring
all
up the pack. You know what? I'm telling you right now. We just talked about something in another episode. My mind and my gears are turning now. You know what, Dan? Be careful. It may be getting cooler, but the ice is getting thinner.
Well, wrestling fans, I guess John and I disagree. I'm going to do my best to make sure that Dylan Kage does not disrupt a fantastic event coming your way Saturday night, November the 13th, from the historic Memorial Hall, Melrose, Massachusetts, as we celebrate 2 decades of Boston Wrestling MWF, as we go back to the 90s with a plethora of legends and superstars competing in the ring, autographed, pose photo, fan fest, and so much more. Get your VIP packages and tickets on sale now at bostonwrestling.com. For John Cena Sr., I'm Dan Mirade. We'll see you soon. Until we speak again, you and yours, be well, stay healthy.